Well, this is where the big clean starts. There's a lot of work in cleaning this hearse. Black was a terrible colour to choose, but it's the only colour really, isn't it? I know you all want to have a look in the back. There, look at that nice piece of walnut and all the fittings. And we've got a little thing under here so we can put a second coffin in and we can do 2 funerals per day, which is obviously never going to happen. No, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I saw him. He was going to get it in and prise it open so the damp could get in. I said, no. Yeah, basically what we do is we keep everything under here, bar the kitchen sink, in case of some sort of mechanical breakdown. Filters, fuel, water. That green box is our get out of jail box, and basically that has got every sum of rule and regulation printed, and members of the Metropolitan Police that we've trained, and all sorts of little things to help us. The number plate is a bit warped, but there we go. I've got this fancy thing here, is when someone closes the back door and puts the big lever down, whenever the doors open up the front, there's a red light on in front of me, and then as the door is closed, this little, where's it gone? There we go. This little thing here, as that is pushed in, as the door gets tighter and tighter and tighter, when it's all the way in, the red light goes out. And that's just so as I know that the door's not going to come flying open, because that could be really embarrassing. And I mean like mega embarrassing. But yeah, we'll give it a good old mop. Will you do a movie as we drive out? Willie, you're going to be stuffed. Would she be a lot less trouble if we stuffed her?
No.
So basically, Todd's been working for a couple of days on this tank hearse, and it's all nice and shiny and beautiful, and it's ready to go. Oh, very nice. Now, Mac's coffin. Mac's a big guy, and it is 6'7" long. Or is it 7'6"? I think it's 7'6". Anyway, it's going to fit. Okay, sweet, over to you.
I spent my whole life waiting for Mr. Mead. I've been sat here for the last 20 minutes now. I wish they'd bloody hurry up. But I can hear them, so it's fine. Choo choo! Unless there's a tractor coming and I've got this totally wrong. In which case, that's slightly embarrassing. No, that's them. He looks a bit windswept, doesn't he? Woo, smells ever so hot. Still got your indicator going.
Eh?
Still got your flinky clinky going.
Woohoo! You're going to sort out the back handle, I'm going to sort out this hatch, yeah?
Yeah, we've got 3 track pads listed as well. Did you see them on the road?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No, I was paying too much attention to, hey, is the back door going to come open?
Yeah, don't forget that vibrates, that door.
Yeah.
Remember it did it to us.
Something clever on there.
Yeah.
We've got 3 track pads flew out. Just now couldn't get it in reverse.
Oh yes, that happened to us, remember, at the crematorium.
Yeah, it won't now. I can't get in reverse.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know what the fuck's doing.
Do you remember when it cooled down and then all of a sudden it went back into reverse? So maybe it's
I don't know
got
what
quite
it
hot.
was.
Because this bin box is hot, or
Exhaust.
exhaust box is hot. It smelt hot walking towards it. Yeah. Have you done some Robert painting? Have you done some painting on the box? It's ever so hot, isn't it? So this is not going into reverse.
Well,
We lost 3 track pads.
3 track pads. I've got to get the decking up in here because I can't get reverse.
We did that last time, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
we? All of a sudden it went in.
When it cooled down.
Well, I think is it 1/2 inch or 9/16? And then I whipped the decking out. I got quite a headache after that. It might be brain freeze.
You look
Yeah,
ever
it
so
was cold.
windswept.
It was cold, wasn't
It
it?
was cold, yeah.
Yeah.
Your face. I sat there waiting for you for ages
I
just
know,
to get
I
that
didn't know you were
footage.
sitting there the whole time, sweet.
Just to get that for you. Because I love
Thank
you. Can I go and feed my animals now?
I think you should do.
Okay.
Morning, Rob.
Morning, Nick.
How you diddling?
Oh, we're good. Ready for London.
Yeah, we're ready for London. Today's the big day. It's Mac's funeral, and we've been polishing this thing last couple of days and looking great. Slightly extra exciting because when Rob arrived, he brought this puppy with him. Now we like these. These are automatic, and this one, we've got a sled on it. It's called a hook loader, and you can lay that big sled on the ground down here, drive your tank on, and this massive arm comes over, grabs hold and drags it on. A little bit overkill for 2 little trailers, but we've got 2 of these now, and Kate has challenged me to a race round the fields in this monster, and they're both automatic. Is it 16 speed? Nigel should know. Well, he should know. He drove one back from Leominster, like 100 miles. But they're, I think they're 16 speed automatic, left-hand drive, just to make it a bit more fun. But I mean, look at that baby. That is a big one. That is a very big one. Great tyres on it, 8-wheel drive, lock diff. You couldn't want for more. Anyway, I'm digressing, aren't I? I feel like Ronnie Corbett. I don't mean in a sexual way. Anyway, today we've worked out the route, and I think it's over 20 miles, which is quite a long way in a track vehicle. But at least it's London, so we're just tiddling along nice and easy. And yesterday I took it out for a bit of a blast up the road, and as usual, she went like a bullet. We cut a lot of weight off this thing when we started cutting the armour out of it. Makes a lot of difference. The centre of turning is not in the middle because the back is light. It throws the back out when you turn, so you must bear that in mind when you're driving it. Hence my nice large wing mirrors. But it's nice to know where your arse is flinging around, because it's very easy to clip something, or these chaps on bicycles, they can be a bit of a problem. Nigel's thinking about having a wee, you can tell, can't you, that? He's just thinking about having a wee behind that lorry, but we're on him, we're on him. I'm going to make him famous. It occurs to me that my yard would be a great place for playing paintball. Imagine running in and out of the vehicles, shooting at each other. Like you run round here and dum 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 dum, run along here, and you go over at top there, dum 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 dum, or maybe even soft air, dum 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 dum, like that. You could be hiding all in amongst the vehicles, popping up. I suppose there'd be people trying to climb inside of them and shoot out the top of them, but there'd be loads of places you could hide and spring up and shoot. Maybe it's just me, but it occurs to me, I reckon that'd be good. Yeah, you could hide in there and pop up out of there, and you could run round here and do a bit of machine gun shooting out the top. Well, there goes the hearse. It's always a bit nerve-wracking doing a funeral. All you can do is your best, and we really do try hard. I took it out for a jolly last night, and I think I did 8 miles down the road, which is quite a long way really. 20 miles doesn't sound a lot, but it is a lot around London. Most I've ever done is 44 miles in a day, and that was pretty shattering. What do you reckon, Tyson? Shattering? Give us a kiss. Now that's a handsome dog, isn't it? Why is it that female Rottweilers are ugly, boggle-eyed bastards, and then you get male ones and they are beautiful? Good boy. Well, we're halfway down to Mac's funeral, and we're kind of reminiscing because we've had a lot of laughs with Mac. How I first met him was I bought a couple of Humvees off the off the film Black Hawk Down, and I was quite friendly with a woman from DVLA, and she helped me register them. And Matt couldn't manage to register his Humvee. Anyway, that's how we met, and I kind of had it up at this farm I was working from, and in the middle of the registration somebody stole it. A load of kids stole it, and they stole all my tools, and you saw this line of tools going across the fields, and then we found his Humvee stuck in a ditch with the back end sticking out, and we dragged it out, and you know, there wasn't too much damage. Anyway, I rang him up and told him the good news, we'd registered it, but the bad news, it had been stolen and rolled in a ditch. And you know what? He said, well, it'll look even better with a few dents on. And that's the kind of guy he was. And I never ever saw the guy rattled. And when you're a nightclub owner, especially the kind of nightclub that Mac had, I'm surprised. But silly things like we'd come back with the tank that we kept outside his club, and some bloke in a BMW would have parked in the spot. And he'd just come out with a forklift, put the tines a bit close, put it under 2 wheels and put a trolley under the other 2 wheels, and we'd just move it, put the tank in, then put his car back. And no one would ever know. And Mac would have a smile on his face the whole time. Whenever we did a booking, we always used to take him up to this eat as much as you can Chinese place.
Pull
and
over.
Sometimes, oh, there it is, there's
Yeah,
the hearse.
let's draw up alongside it.
Okay.
We'll draw up alongside it.
And then we'd always take him out for eat as much as you can Chinese meal. And sometimes you'd have some massive booking going, but it didn't make any difference. We'd still go out and have a Chinese.
We just caught up to the hearse, so we're going to follow him the rest of the way, but I'm going to get Nick to pull up alongside it so you can get an idea what it looks like on the low loader.
When it was clean.
When it was clean.
Yeah. It's going to rain today, so yeah, it's going to get a bit grimy around London. I'm going to tuck in behind now, I think.
Now he's going to pull around this guy that he's following.
Well, we made it, and there's already a journalist here waiting, all keen. Seen that face before. Might put a little bit more grease in that track, I don't know. Now Todd's going to back it off once we've got the chains off, and then we throw on the Range Rover, and then we park here for the rest of the day. And it's plain to see that this is a bus, so you can leave a bus in a bus stand. We don't bus people, we bus tanks. We're thinking about doing it in Raptor Black, which is a knobbly, shiny black, which is rock hard, so we can power wash without chipping this paint off. And we need a machine gun on the front, up there I think, a Jimpy, and I need in gold, or possibly silver, Tanks-alot, anything with a tank. A little brief look round the inside. It's a typical 432 really. One or two little modifications. We always drill a hole through the bulkhead just there, and if your fuel pump solenoid packs up, we have a screwdriver. You can poke it in and give it a waggle, and let's be honest, that is a shit component, so we're ready for that to break down on all our 432s. There's the press man. There'll be many, He was a very, very popular guy. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh my god. Not my Range Rover. I like to take pictures of people taking pictures of us. Do you think we ought to knock on the door, or do you think they've heard us? I think they know we're here. Yes, I'm very keen with my my big lump of chain pin. We used to get the handle vibrate up, and a big red light used to come on in the front there. but it was always concerned me that the back door would come open on a corner. Could be embarrassing, but I think we've sorted that. That looks like one of my plastic rubies there. Very nice colour, nice and bright. Well, lots of people have come out to see what's cooking, and it's quite luxury for us because we just got to follow another hearse. Well, that's got to be easy, isn't it? Even I can't get lost. We just blew the fuse in the sat-nav, so nice to have someone to follow. What can go wrong? We do a little bit of a track check. Yeah, it's all looking nice. I'm looking for nuts missing. You haven't got a nut missing, have you, Todd? No, he's still got 2. He was born with 3, but he's still got 2. Yeah, she's looking okay. That was the last time we taxed it. You don't pay for road tax, so we just keep it taxed. Journey, a tricky journey, and your driving starts to get a little bit ragged the further you go, and I suppose it's fatigue. Not an easy funeral, not an easy funeral. It's always a bit emotional, but when you know the guy and you really admired the guy, he was a cracking guy, it's harder then. Yeah, much harder. Shame the hearse steamed up. I suppose it's all to do with outside temperature. Yeah. Todd's looking a bit wet, isn't he? I'm feeling a bit wet. Been running down my back and going between my butt cheeks and onto the floor, and I'm extremely soggy. on the way home, just a little bit. It's running everywhere. But there you go, the old tank hearse did well. And we picked up a reporter on the way. It's got to be good. Hopefully Todd will back the Range Rover off and he'll turn the heated seats on and the heater's right up. Now I noticed my tow bar stuck in the ground as he backed off earlier, but yeah, this one is a little bit higher trailer than we normally have, but Rob's on the case, a couple of bits of wood, we should be fine. So what do you reckon then to ride in it? Luxury. It feels faster than it is, doesn't it? It feels very fast. Yeah, when you put your foot down in this old girl, it doesn't half pull well.